It's been my pleasure to have been able to have been on the scene to witness some of the great accomplishments in this man's career. And it was real nice of you to try and do something so I could be here tonight, Kareem.
That's nice for you to be here.
You know, I go back to that first game, a Saturday afternoon, October 18th, back in '68, Detroit. I can't remember who it was that was playing you at the time, Otto Moore or Walter Bellamy. Do you remember the first 2 points you had?
It was, I think, against Walt Bellamy.
Big bells, my goodness gracious. And you and I have had a chance to talk since then, and some of the things you've done. Do you ever take an opportunity to just sit and reflect and realize some of the accomplishments that you've been able to achieve in your career?
No, I haven't. I've been too caught up in trying to do well in whatever season I'm in, and I guess the milestones pass me, and I won't have a chance really to appraise what I've done until my career is over and I have some time to act like a normal human being.
You know, I'm sure that you've heard all the accolades and people saying, hey, Kareem, this is just absolutely terrific. But I think perhaps what you appreciate as much as anything that you've heard is the fact that Wilt Chamberlain, the man whose record you're chasing, has actually come out and said, hey, I think he deserves it.
Well, I was very gracious of Wilt. Wilt had to suffer by being, I guess the best word is taken for granted. He did everything in all phases of the game, block shots, rebounds, scoring, and really wasn't appreciated, just taken for granted. They said he could do it because he was Wilt or because he was 7 feet or whatever. And I've had to deal with a little bit of that, and it's nice now that that's changed a little bit. And I'm thankful that Wilt would be gracious enough to acknowledge me.
You've always perceived your work as an art form, and I think the rest of the world is coming to understand what you mean now.
Well, yeah, it's a lot like a performing art. Only thing is the competitive nature of it puts another element into it that makes it exciting. It's not like we just come out and shoot hoops with no one guarding us. And I think that's part of the beauty of the game and part of what makes it attractive and desirable to watch.
Life is an attitude, and yours has been a very uptick attitude, and I think that for the last 3 or 4 years you've played almost better every year. I know that's hard to believe, but it seemed that when you had the tragedy or near tragedy when your home burned down, Kareem, a tremendous outpouring of warmth by the public, I think that gave you a little lift and made you feel a little bit better about the people who are coming to see you play night in and night out.
Well, it's nice to know that you have fans out there. Sometimes when things are going smoothly for you, they don't really see a need to make their presence known. And when things got down on me, there they were, and it was always it's always nice to know that they're there and that they care, and I appreciated that.
Among so many things that I remember, of course, I remember the night they went in with a snowmobile to get you out of your home in Milwaukee so we could make the playoffs over in Madison, Wisconsin. And it's great to be here on your night, and hopefully it is. You're the king, you're the best, and I just wish you the best of luck.
Thanks a lot, Eddie.
All right, let's go back to Steve Jones.
The ball. I want to get it to the big man. His mom and dad.
Minutes, 48 seconds to go.
You know, one time he was just a power player, and he's been improving as he goes along. With Farrell, we're talking about now, getting more of a court game.
Doing it all. David Rivers behind his back and down the lane. 89-88, USA team by 1.
He can penetrate. He's something.
The ball belongs to the Diggers Fighting Irish. Went to the final of the NIT this year, losing to Michigan in the final. The first tournament title of any kind for the Wolverines. Now, I haven't seen anybody here that's going to Michigan yet. We've got a couple of players going to NC State, John Thompson and Chris Washburn of the USA squad. A couple of players for Kansas, Danny Manning of the USA team.
Thompson for the U.S. team has been involved with a couple of minor altercations in this game. Very intense competitor.
Some players are intense even on a date. You know that, Jackie? 12-year program.
One of the greats in the history of Forest Hills High School. The heavy-handed defensive player who could hit the unsuspecting man.
And from outside with a flick of the wrist, Derek Lewis brings the Capital All-Stars to within one again. A look up at the scoreboard by David Rivers. The 6'1" guard brings it across the half-court line. Behind his back again, pops from 17, he's got it. David Rivers exploding in the last few minutes into the leadership role for Team USA.
He is quick. Now, you know what's going to be a tough problem for Digger? And that is when a guy is that quick and that capable of penetrating, how much do you let him?
And the Capital squad has gone cold. They missed 3 shots up the floor that time. Good hustle, but they were unable to connect. USA team leading by 3, and now Rivers in trouble. Stop dribbling in the backcourt. Washburn going back door. Washburn was 1 for 5, including the 2 missed dunks. Since then, he has had 3 straight hoops, 11 points now, and 7 rebounds. And out comes Danny Manning. Manning can dribble the basketball, that's for sure.
As that shot was taken, both referees were out here at center court. Good instincts for the game. Stops well, gets into his shot.
Good looking restart by the USA squad. 101-94. They lead by 7. 20 points now for Danny Manning. Sending Larry Brown and Kansas a big telegram. Here I come. 5-point lead. Capital All-Stars scrambling, but they lost the basket. Jackson finding some room. Through the layup. Follow up by Valentine. Slapped away by Manning.
All right, 4 on none.
Washburn makes that dunk by Washburn brought the crowd.
Explodes, you're waiting for the regular dunk. Uh-oh, is he losing it? No! A little backhand. They just showed it on the monitor here.
Here in Comiskey Park, the fans are on their feet, rooting for Jack Morris. Morris trying to join some rather distinguished people, and Dave Bergman saved his bacon in the 8th inning with this stop and a sit-down throw to Morris coming over on a ball hit by Jerry Hairston, who had broken up Milt Wilcox's perfect game last year. And here we go in the 9th. Carlton Fisk, Harold Baines, and Greg Luzinski. Squirted to Bergman right at the bag. 1 away. And now even the White Sox fans are cheering for Morris. Boy, listen to this crowd. They're alive now. 2 outs to go. Ball 1. Strike. 1-1. Bergman, Lou Whitaker, Alan Trammell, Tommy Brookins on the infield. Larry Herndon, Chet Lemon, and Kirk Gibson in the outfield. Comebacker knocked down by Morris, and he's got 1 out to go. 1 out away from a no-hitter. Ball 1. And he's pressing a little bit. 2-0. Trying to. They are standing in the lower deck all around from first to third. Ground foul. Outside. 2-1. And now he is 1 strike away. Check swing foul. And he falls down. He was trying so hard. Ball 4, and the Tigers thought surely it was strike 3. Ball 1. That was got him swinging, and he